Hi everyone, welcome to Smart Energy Podcast, a place where we have real conversations with the movers and shakers from the clean energy and e-mobility industry, leaders who are making a difference and driving the future of sustainability. In this episode, we have with us Mr. Vinay Thadani, the CEO and Director of Griv Energy Private Limited. Under his leadership, Griv Energy has rapidly grown into one of India's leading solar module manufacturers. Vinay's emphasis on innovation and backward integration, including adopting new technology, keeps Griv Energy at the forefront of solar manufacturing. His leadership is also central to the company's contribution to India's net zero goals. Mr. Thadani continues to guide Griv Energy towards sustainable growth and innovation in the renewable energy industry. Vinayji, thanks so much for being here. It's great to have you on the podcast.
Thank you, Santosh, for inviting me to share my views with you on this podcast.
So, before we get into the conversation, I just want to take a moment to say congratulations to Mr. Vinay as he has featured in the top 50 leaders and achievers list published in the September October 2024 edition of Smart Energy magazine.
Thank you, Santosh. It was my honor to be there on the list. Thank you very much.
So, let's get into the conversation. Uh, Griv is part of the diversified Chirpal group, which has a strong foothold in textile and petrochemicals. What motivated the group to venture into renewable energy sector, and how does this align with Griv's long-term vision for contributing to India's renewable energy transition?
I think, Santosh, the answer had been there in the question itself. That group was already there in the textiles, in the petrochemicals, in the flexible packaging, and the education. With being diversified into all of these streams, in early 21-22, we were thinking to be into the some futuristic industry and the industry which really contributes to the society. So this how the idea of being into the renewable came up into the idea, group itself, and then we started to diversify ourselves into the whole value chain of renewables. Where we being a manufacturing companies, we have been diversified into manufacturing. So we stayed up with the domain expertise, and we thought to be into the manufacturing segment of the whole value chain of renewables, where we started with the solar modules and plan to expand and go backward into the solar cell and ingot wafers too.
Yeah, it's really insightful, Vinayji, to great to see how Griv Energy is leveraging its group strength and aligning with the broader vision of sustainability and social impact. In the context of India's push for local manufacturing, how is Griv ensuring that its supply chain for solar components like wafer and ingots is resilient and cost effective?
See, definitely it is the new industry for the country as a whole, and we are also trying to improvise the every passing day. As we have done it in the module, and now we are able to deliver the modules, the quality of modules which are acceptable on the international standards, and we have been doing it from last couple of quarters. And now we are focused to develop a solar cell and ingot wafer facility where we can adopt the same things of quality standards which are accepted globally. We are constantly working on that despite of all the challenges, all the geopolitical restrictions. We are trying to improvise everything, every minute thing which we can do in the country and contribute towards the net zero emission of the country.
That's fantastic. It's encouraging to hear how Griv Energy is investing in localized manufacturing and contributing to job creation. With a target to manufacture 6.4 gigawatt solar modules by 2025, how does Griv plan to maintain a competitive edge in the rapidly evolving solar industry?
So see, first of all, we what we believe that once we go backward, that will give us an edge into the international environment, being competitive on the global platforms. That's why the decision was being made to go backward. The more backward we go, the strength we develop in ourselves and all, as an organization to be competitive on the global fronts, and along with having control, measure and control on the qualities also which we deliver. For that, we are setting up R&D facilities available with us. We already have a small R&D facility for a module in the current facility which we have in Jaipur. Simultaneously, on the same grounds, we are building up a big lab and a big R&D facility in the factory itself. We will be setting up in a Jammu for the cell and ingot wafer.
That sounds impressive. It's exciting to hear about you are focused on technology and the efforts you are putting into R&D and advanced manufacturing. Those are definitely game changers in the solar industry. Moving to my next question, the 1.2 gigawatt module manufacturing facility in Jaipur is already operational. What unique technology or process are being employed to ensure the highest efficiency and quality in solar module production?
So from the very first beginning, when at the planning stage also, we have came across the challenges that how we can set up a facility which can make us different from the other module manufacturers. With that idea only, we came up with the highest automation. We adapted the highest automation available in that industry at that time. And today, the same with the same thinking, we have already started to update here also that apart from 1.2, which was operational from last 3 quarters, now in this month already we have added another capacity of 1.6 gigawatt to Jaipur. So now we are 2.8 gigawatt on the operation side, and this 1.6 is more advanced in the automation side, adapting a new changes, adapting a new dynamic changes in the industry. We have adapted the same in this facility too.
It's great to know about the new development of 2.8 gigawatt at the facility. And it's also great to hear about the state of art automation and quality control process at your Jaipur facility. It sounds like you are not only focused on efficiency but also sustainability, which is so important today in today's manufacturing landscape. What challenges do you anticipate as GREW expands its manufacturing capacity across India, and how do you plan to address them?
So today, even though I will say that we are in a state where the government political willpower is definitely aligned with the vision of the industry, vision of the GREW as a whole, like we are aligned with the our honorable Prime Minister's goal of achieving this 500 gigawatt target as the first milestone for the country, and then definitely the zero carbon emission country by 2070. So we are aligned with the vision. We are constantly working towards that, and I think we are in the best case of scenario where all the factors available in the environment is supporting us to grow rapidly, to expand, and that's the result. With this 8 months of operation, we have been able to add another facility to our basket.
Uh, so moving on to the next question, how does GREW view the current policy environment in India for renewable energy, and what changes or support mechanism would you advocate to accelerate solar adoption?
See, couple of the changes and supports which we have been discussing constantly with the MNRE and the other players also are different types. Like on especially on the ingot wafer side, we seek a support from the government side that the type of protection which has been given to all the manufacturer on the module and the cell should also be implemented on the this wafers. And along with this, the for the adaptation of the ALMM has been done on the modules. It should be extended to the cell and the wafers, and I'm very thankful that that has been in the consideration towards to the government also. That government is also thinking in the same direction. So in if you want to boost the manufacturing and to create a capacity which is going to serve the domestic demand, not only the domestic but also the idea of being that global hub for the solar manufacturing, we need to protect the local manufacturing in a way that the capacities are able to develop, and that all the ancillary capacities not only from the cell and wafers, but the ancillary industry should be promoted also and supported in a way so that the whole ecosystem for the solar manufacturing is being developed in the country itself.
Truly, sir, we are also pushing or advocating, promoting local manufacturing and making the vision true of making India self-sufficient. Moving on to the next question, looking ahead, how does GREW envisions its role in global renewable energy market, especially in terms of exports and international collaboration?
So as we are the growing company also, now we are adding another 3.6 on the module side to our capacity by the end of next calendar year, along with the cell definitely. So we are also exploring the overseas market for us, but definitely the domestic demands is the first which we are catering, and definitely after this ALMM implementation, there has been the huge potential in the domestic market too. And with the cell indigenous, we will be able to cater the DCR segment of the domestic demand. So that's how we are more focused to the domestic along with the overseas demand we are trying to develop. As we are the new company, we are trying to be in the pace with all the other players so that we are able to cater to the overseas demand.
That's an exciting vision, Vinayji, and it's great to see how Grew Energy is positioning itself to play a significant role in the global renewable energy market, especially with a focus on export and international collaboration. The goal of achieving 500 gigawatt of non-fossil fuel energy capacity by 2030 is ambitious, and it's inspiring to hear that Grew is aligned with this vision. Coming to the answer, finally, where do you see Grew Energy in the next 5 years, and what role do you see Grew playing in the not only in the Indian market but overall in the international market?
So definitely in the dynamic industry like solar, the fire would be the long vision now to establish. We are going step by step. Like in the last year, we started first facility, added the another in this year. So we have a target of setting up another facility within of 12 months from today, and then definitely the targets are much larger. Very premature to announce today, but now we'll be. I have that vision that 5 years from today we will be contributing in such a way that we will be one of the leading player of the country, which contributes not only to the solar manufacturing but also to the forward. We are looking forward integrations, which will help us to achieve this ambitious target of 500 gigawatt of the country, and not only to the country, even though we are now focused to the overseas market too. And in all, we will 5 years from today, I am seeing Grew Energy as one of the leading player of the country, which will contribute to the whole basket of renewable, not only to the solar manufacturing specifically.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights today. And it's clear that Grew is not only committed to leading in the renewable energy sector, but also dedicated to contributing to cleaner, greener future for all. Your vision and leadership are truly inspiring. To our listener, hope you find today's conversation as enlightening as we did. Be sure to tune for more episode of Smart Energy Podcast, where we continue to explore the ideas and innovations shaping the future of clean energy and e-mobility. Until next time, let's keep working together for a sustainable tomorrow. Thank you, Vinayji, for joining us on this podcast and giving time and sharing your insights about the future plan about Grew and about your insights on the industry also. It was great speaking with you.
Thank you, Santosh. Thank you very much.